Hey everybody, KC here. So listen, I'm sure for a lot of you, DEI comes up way too much, not just here on Morning Newsbeat, but probably in life. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, it comes up way too much in terms of my taste as well. I'd much rather be writing about issues that don't occupy the same Venn diagram as politics. But these subjects keep getting pitched at me, and so it's sort of my job to keep swinging, and at least when I think I can and should make contact. Anyway, interesting story in Inc. the other day, and it was called The Business Case for Inclusive Recruiting, How Reducing Bias Elevates Success. And listen, this shouldn't be a hard concept for anyone to grasp, but apparently it is, which is why some businesses, not all, thank you Costco, have been falling all over themselves to eliminate any reference to DEI from their business plans, at least this year. So here's some three things that Inc. points out about why this is important. Number one, diverse teams drive innovation and creativity. Innovation thrives in environments where multiple perspectives come together to challenge conventional thinking. Companies that actively nurture diversity, whether in gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic background, or experience, are more likely to introduce groundbreaking ideas and solutions. They're more likely to move the needle. That's incredibly important. A study by McKinsey found that companies in the top quartile for ethnic and racial diversity in management were 36% more likely to have above average profitability. When people with different viewpoints collaborate, they bring unique insights that help businesses develop better products and services, enter new markets, and navigate challenges more effectively. I don't know. To me, that sounds all like stuff we all should want to do. Number two for Inc. Reducing unconscious bias leads to better hiring decisions. Many organizations unknowingly allow unconscious bias to creep into their hiring processes, leading to missed opportunities for top talent. Bias can manifest in various ways, favoring candidates who share similar backgrounds, dismissing individuals based on stereotypes, or relying too heavily on subjective assessments. Research from the Harvard Kennedy School suggests that structured, data-driven hiring processes help eliminate bias and lead to more effective hiring decisions. For example, implementing blind resume screening, where personal information such as names, schools, and addresses are removed, can prevent unconscious bias from influencing hiring managers. Number three from Inc. An inclusive workplace improves retention and employee engagement. Which isn't that what everybody's looking for? Hiring diverse talent is only the first step. Creating an environment where employees feel valued and included is equally critical. Employees who feel seen and heard are more engaged, loyal, and productive. Again, isn't that what you're going for? According to a Deloitte study, companies with inclusive cultures experience a 22% lower turnover rate than their less inclusive counterparts. Inclusive workplaces take psychological safety seriously, creating an environment where employees feel comfortable sharing their ideas, asking questions, and taking risks. This type of environment leads to better collaboration, higher morale, and increased job satisfaction. Listen, I get it. Understanding the benefits of diversity in hiring is one thing. Putting it into action is another, but it has to be intentional. And I understand that this is a tough moment for businesses to remain committed to such initiatives. Not all businesses, thank you, Costco. But at the end of the day, I think we all have to ask ourselves what we believe, what we think is important, not where the prevailing winds are blowing. In these cases, I always come back to a passage from Robert Bolt's A Man for All Seasons, in which he has Thomas More saying the following: if we lived in a state where virtue is profitable, common sense would make us good and greed would make us saintly. And we'd live like animals or angels in the happy land that needs no heroes. But since in fact we see that avarice, anger, envy, pride, sloth, lust, and stupidity commonly profit far beyond humility, chastity, fortitude, justice, and thought, and have to choose to be human at all, why then perhaps we must stand fast a little, even at the risk of being heroes. That's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.